We're currently at the University of Al-Qura, and this is one of the main buildings, if not the main building, عمادة القبول والتسجيل. The importance of this library, it's one of, if not the biggest library in Mecca.
So here's a little glimpse of inside the library. Here's one of the lecture rooms. As you can see, one of the students already getting ready to study.
So here in Al-Qura, we have this student union, or meeting space where students exchange ideas.
Here is a place where there is historic books. So this is part of the Quran, which was found 200 years after Prophet ﷺ.
As you guys can see, we got this big stadium. It looks very beautiful.
So in addition to the student union, the students also have the luxury of engaging in other leisure activities such as ping pong.
Alhamdulillah, currently we're in the courtyard outside of the faculty of Sharia. كده والله كده حياة طبيعية.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to another vlog, and welcome back to another university vlog. And of course we can't forget about Makkah. So welcome to Makkah's biggest university in the you call the other holy city site. So we've covered Medina, we've covered Riyadh. Let's cover Makkah, which is called Al-Qura University. And again, we will begin to show you guys the student life here, the schedule, the colleges, the facilities which the students here can use. And inshallah, stay tuned and benefit, inshallah.
So we've got two brothers helping us out today here as well. But for now, I'll just show you guys a little surrounding of the university itself. To be honest, it looks like a much bigger university than the ones we went to in Medina and Riyadh, because there's different campuses in different places. And a lot of you guys were wondering as well if there are campuses for sisters, and there is for this university, but I think it's somewhere else. So here's a little view outside of the masjid. Allahumma barik, it looks beautiful. And inshallah in a few seconds we'll also go in the masjid as well. We'll show you guys in the masjid. Alright, so the masjid that I showed you guys around, this is the main masjid of the university. And if I'm not wrong, they do the Friday khutbahs as well here.
Yeah, so in Saudi Arabia, generally if there's 5 masajid in one street or one close proximity, normally one of it only does Salatul Jum'ah, and this on campus is one of the many masajid, which is the main one, so they do Salatul Jum'ah here. And of course other masajid which is smaller on campus as well do Salatul Jum'ah, but it's reserved for doctors, it's reserved for example sisters as well maybe, or even other students on other side of campus within the dorms, which is much more convenient. Right now the main masjid is around 25 minute walk from the dorm, so some students may not have the convenience to walk here. Instead they pray in the masjid dorm. Inshallah we will show you on the masjid's dorm and how big it is and what's it like inside, inshallah.
So here's a little tour of inside the masjid. So you've got the lights there, Allahumma barik, very big. This is where a lot of students might come and do revision as well. So it looks like here you got campuses here, maybe for lectures and stuff, and you got some beautiful greenery here.
So today we're here with Brother Wael, who's from Sydney, Australia. He's one of us. He's the only Australian student here. So Brother Wael, how are you, brother?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillah wa salatu wa salam rasulillah. So we're currently at the University of Al-Qura, and this is one of the main buildings, if not the main building, عمادة القبول والتسجيل. So basically this is where the application gets processed. And obviously now there's a new portal, so it doesn't come through there, it's on the governmental portal. But once you get accepted bidnillah ta'ala, this is where you're going to be doing a lot of visits. Not just initially, but throughout your studies inshallah, because here is where you apply for your iqamah, they give you your iqamah for the scholarship, all your paperwork has to get processed here. Visas, family visas, gets all processed here. Visas for khuruj wa awda, which is you need a visa to leave and re-enter the country as well, all gets processed through here. So there is a bit of stress here, but alhamdulillah it is improving, and alhamdulillah this is where the walkthrough will happen within that ta'ala.
So the brother mentioned before that in the previous years it wasn't that many new buildings around here. So basically recently they've been doing a lot of reconstruction and stuff so that they can get new buildings around here, and that's why he mentioned this is like it's getting more massive as already it is.
Yeah, so the brother also said the university is putting a lot of money into improving the appearance in terms of the landscaping, as you most can see. They're starting to make a way inwards inside the campus to make it more lively and more, you could call it green, and more with plants to improve the facade appearance. But right now, after we will go to the College of Arabic, the institution where new students, foreigners like us, most likely end up first before they go to the college and go to the library and so on and so forth. Inshallah, stay tuned.
As you mentioned, look at this. This is all the old stuff. But in the near future, this will all be turned into new stuff. I don't know what will be here, but as you can see, it's all going to be reconstructed.
We're outside the library, the university library. The importance of this library, it's one of, if not the biggest library in Mecca. And there's some old copies of some rare books. And it's got copies, and it's got books for all the sciences, not just Sharia, Lugha, Aqidah, Hadith, and the rest of them. We'll go inside and we'll have a look, inshallah. It's got that old library smell.
So here's a little glimpse of inside the library. And as the brother will mention, there are sisters as well, which is on the opposite side right there. So they're brothers and sisters in here. As you can see, this library is packed. Rows and rows and rows. SubhanAllah. So here's a little tour of the second level. And the beautiful thing is, everywhere you go, you'll find a place of prayer. So look how massive it is. Allahumma barik. And the brother did mention that this is, if I'm not wrong, one of the biggest libraries in Makkah. So here is a place where there is historic books. I'm not sure about the exact information, but inshallah I'll ask the brother and he'll be able to explain. So this is how they used to write. So this is part of the Quran which was found 200 years after Prophet ﷺ, and it was found in Iraq. SubhanAllah. So as you can see, this book, that is the book of Ibn Sina. So this is probably over 1,000 years old, and this is a copy from this one. So as you can see, this one, if we try to open it up, it'll probably crumble and that'll be the end of the book. So it's very fragile and has history in it. 1,000 years old, so just think about it.
Mohsen probably didn't mention to you guys about this, but where we are right now, it's like a mini museum on top of the library, so level 1. What the mini museum entails original manuscripts and the copied version from the original manuscripts. Obviously, what Mohsen just showing you now, the original is a bit crumbled if you were to open it, so it has to be in that state of where it's folded and closed, just to keep the contents as you could call it almost preserved in terms of condition. But they have made copies, and you can see how they keep in that condition all these years, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, and so on and so forth, in terms of the Gregorian calendar, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's a lot of books here by scholars from the past, after the Prophet ﷺ, until now, where it's been intact, basically, and they've done their best to preserve it in terms of the condition. Obviously, in Islam, we've lost a lot of books, except the Quran, obviously, but the scholarly works, in terms of the scholars that have written books, we've lost a fair amount, and good books too. But here right now, there's a lot of good books here. You can also have a look and take a look at the condition, and how, just imagine how scholars write the books back in the days, and we can see their works right now, alhamdulillah.
So basically, he's explaining that this is a stone piece and it's explaining the specifications of the completion of the maintenance. There was a maintenance project for the well of Zamzam, and so basically this is explaining and specification that's been completed, and it's been written on the stone. The name of the Khalifa, it's not clear and it's not mentioned.
And how old is it?
كم عمره؟
في العصر العباسي.
We just know it's in the era of the Abbasi Caliphate.
So this right here is the walkway to all the faculties and the opposite side as well. Yep, so this is the walkway.
So alhamdulillah, currently we're in the courtyard outside of the faculty of Sharia. So this is the courtyard where Muhsin is going to show you. Inshallah ta'ala, brother Wahil, he's going to take us inside and show us one of the lecture rooms. So we went to Riyadh and Medina in the university, so that's something new that inshallah ta'ala you guys are going to see. So stay with us and let's go.
So here's one of the lecture rooms. As you can see, one of the students already getting ready to study.
Inshallah one day.
So yeah, that's you go down from there, and when you sit there, the teacher will wait for you here.
So in Melbourne, in Australia, we have ISOC and student associations or student union or student clubs in university settings, where they discuss ideas and so on and so forth, and how to encourage students to partake in leisure activities and leisure clubs. So here in Al-Qura, we have this student union or meeting space where students exchange ideas in coming up with new leisure activities or taking trips to Medina, Riyadh, and other major cities as part of leisure, and also help each other with assignments as well. This is also the same spot in meeting space where they are also used for that function as well. So alhamdulillah, it's modest. And I know back home we have a lot of space for student unions as well, with these gaming rooms. Most of them flip the screen and show the billiard pinball table back, where also students take rest and take leisure as well. So in addition to the student union, the students also have the luxury of engaging in other leisure activities such as ping pong, billiard, and I think there's a gaming room there as well. Not too sure, but most will show you soon. But alhamdulillah, a lot of stuff you can do here outside of your studies when you're not studying, when you're not focusing on your exam and so on and so forth. MashaAllah.
So there's another room of activities as well, as you can see. So with all the universities, they have a place full of activities. So this looks like an office, but there's medals and everything. Maybe they've won particular tournaments, or as the brother mentioned, there's probably something that they bought for eBay. Allahu A'lam.
You guys are probably wondering, like if you're at the university, where do the students sleep and rest? Here we are right now in front of the dorms. There's a lot of dorms here, a lot of spaces for the students to live in. So it's all accommodated for, all paid for, no rent to pay from the student. Alhamdulillah, if you want a full scholarship here, this is what you'll get, and inshallah we'll get to one of the rooms inshallah.
So here's a little tour of this place.
Let's get it. كده والله كده كده
الحياة الطبيعية. As you can see, there are a couple of levels. So this is the third level actually. So we try to go to one of the rooms to get footage of what the rooms look like, similar to Medina University and the one we went to in Riyadh. But unfortunately, you know, one of the brothers, I think he didn't want his room to be recorded, which is alright, qadr of Allah. But yeah, now we'll try to go to a different place and show you guys more of this university, inshallah. As you can see, the adhan is going in the background, so it's time for salah. So something that I wanted to mention is, the brother mentioned to us just before, is that you have to study 2 years of Arabic. So even if you're an expert in Arabic, you have to study 2 years. I don't know if it's the same case in Medina University or the university we visited in Riyadh, but in here, you have to study 2 years of Arabic, even though you might think you're an expert, but you have to do it. So here is another masjid within the university, which we just prayed Dhuhr in.
So as you guys can see, we got this big stadium. It looks very beautiful. So the brothers said that they have the athletics carnival here. They also have the graduation ceremonies. Apparently, they obviously, as you guys can see, the goalpost. I mean, the 2 goals. They have their games as well. And the brothers said they also, you know, verse other universities in sports as well. So yeah, to be honest, yeah, it looks really nice, but I don't think it's maintained well. But inshallah, they'll work on that. And yeah, other than that, that's it.
So they've got the lights at the top as well. As you can see, maybe they come on if they ever have events at night. But this is, unfortunately, it's not well maintained, but it looks like a very old stadium and very professional in a way, because you've got the big screen there, and if you check right here, that's where probably the players and whatever else would walk out. So that is the end of the tour of this beautiful university. And first of all, I want to thank Brother Wa'il for giving us his time. The brothers are very busy, but Jazakallah khair also to the brother behind the screen as well. He didn't want to be on the screen, but Jazakallah khair to you as well. And hopefully, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase you guys in knowledge even more, so that you guys come especially to the countries, so west and east, and give dawah that's much needed. So Jazakallah khair from my end, and if the brothers want to say anything else as well.
Yeah, no, Jazakallah khair. That's the same thing I want to say as well, that you guys took time from your busy schedules, because obviously you guys student knowledges and you guys obviously have a tight schedule, and we appreciate, you know, tour was really amazing. I learned a lot of things as well. It was an eye opener, and he motivates me, you know, to come down to this beautiful city to study as well. So yeah.
Just Jazakallah khairan for making me part of this initiative. May Allah reward you. It's a big eye opener. There's a lot of questions out there, and there's a lot of obviously misconceptions. Inshallah Rabbi sorts it out. And if he's got any questions, just put on the comments, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum, and see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.